How
Chapter
Earthquakes
9
Form.
Summary of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Introduction. Chapter 9 marks a major turning point in the second story, Husband and Wife, from Before the Coffee Gets Cold. In the previous chapters, readers have witnessed Kodake's quiet struggle as she cares for her husband, Fusagi, whose memory disorder has gradually transformed their marriage. She has learned that the cafe's time travel cannot change the present, but it can provide an opportunity to confront unresolved emotions. In this chapter, Kodake finally decides whether she will use the cafe's mysterious power. The chapter focuses on her decision, her emotional preparation, and the beginning of a journey that is not meant to rewrite history, but to help her understand her relationship with Fusagi in a new light. Kodake makes her decision. For many chapters, Kodake has wrestled with the idea of traveling through time. She knows the rules by heart. She cannot change the past. Nothing she does will alter the present. She must remain seated in the cafe. She must return before the coffee gets cold. At first, these limitations made the journey seem meaningless. Now, however, she realizes that changing events is not what she truly wants. Instead, she longs for something much simpler. She wants one meaningful conversation. She wants to speak honestly. She wants to understand the feelings that still remain hidden inside her heart. After much reflection, Kodake finally decides to take the journey. Preparing for the journey. The cafe staff carefully explain the rules once again. Although Kodake has heard them before, the weight of the moment makes every detail feel important. She understands that once the coffee cools, the opportunity will end. Unlike many fantasies about time travel, there is no room for endless exploration. Every minute has value. Every word matters. The strict time limit forces Kodake to think carefully about what she wishes to say. She realizes that the conversation must come from her heart rather than from careful planning. Facing her fears. Before sitting in the special chair, Kodake experiences a mixture of hope and anxiety. She wonders whether seeing the past will make her pain even worse. What if she cannot say the right words? What if revisiting old memories only reminds her of everything she has lost? These fears are understandable. The chapter shows that healing often requires courage because it involves confronting painful emotions rather than avoiding them. Kodake accepts that there are no guarantees. Even so, she believes the journey is worth taking. The meaning of the past. As she prepares for time travel, Kodake reflects on what the past means to her. She once viewed the past as something that had been stolen from her by illness. Now she begins to see it differently. The memories she shared with Fusagi have not disappeared simply because his illness prevents him from remembering them. Those experiences still shaped both of their lives. They still matter. The chapter emphasizes that the value of a memory is not determined solely by whether it can be recalled. Its meaning continues to exist through the people it changed. The cafe's philosophy. The mysterious cafe once again reveals its deeper purpose. Visitors often arrive believing they want to change history. Eventually, most discover that what they truly seek is understanding. The cafe cannot erase suffering. It cannot remove illness. It cannot restore lost years. What it can do is provide a chance to express feelings that remained unspoken. For Kodake, this realization changes everything. She no longer expects a miracle. She hopes only for clarity and peace. Love without expectations. Another important idea explored in this chapter is unconditional love. Kodake recognizes that much of her sadness comes from wishing things were different. She wishes Fusagi could remember. She wishes their lives had not been interrupted by illness. These wishes are natural, but they also prevent her from appreciating what still exists. As she reflects on their marriage, she realizes that her love for Fusagi has never depended on perfect circumstances. It has survived confusion, hardship, and uncertainty. This understanding strengthens her resolve. The beginning of the journey. Eventually, the long-awaited moment arrives. Kodake sits in the special chair. A fresh cup of coffee is placed before her. The atmosphere in the cafe becomes quiet. Everyone understands the significance of what is about to happen. The coffee serves as both a timer and a reminder. The journey is temporary. Every moment must be used wisely. As the mysterious process begins, Kodake prepares herself emotionally for what she is about to experience. She knows she cannot change the outcome. But she also knows that understanding can sometimes be more powerful than changing events. Emotional growth. One of the chapter's greatest achievements is showing how much Kodake has grown since the beginning of her story. Initially, she focused almost entirely on what had been lost. Now she begins to appreciate what remains. She understands that love is not measured only by memories. It is also measured by loyalty, patience, and daily acts of kindness. This shift in perspective prepares her for the emotional encounter that lies ahead. Themes in Chapter 9. 1. Courage. Healing requires the courage to face painful memories rather than hide from them. 2. Acceptance. Kodake accepts that she cannot control the past or the future. 3. Love. The chapter emphasizes that love can endure even when circumstances change dramatically. 4. Time. Time is portrayed not as an enemy, but as something that gives moments their value. 5. Emotional honesty. True healing begins when people allow themselves to express genuine feelings. Character development. Kodake. Kodake reaches an important stage of emotional maturity. She moves beyond denial and longing for impossible solutions. Instead, she chooses understanding, acceptance, and honest communication. Her decision to travel through time reflects her emotional courage rather than a desire to escape reality. Fusagi. Although Fusagi appears only indirectly in much of this chapter, his presence remains central. Everything Kodake does is motivated by the love they continue to share despite his illness. Symbolism. The special chair. The chair represents the opportunity to confront unresolved emotions rather than escape from them. The coffee. The cooling coffee symbolizes the limited opportunities people have to express what truly matters. The journey. The act of traveling through time represents an inward emotional journey as much as a physical one. Conclusion. Chapter 9 serves as the emotional gateway to the second half of Husband and Wife. After spending many chapters struggling with grief, loneliness, and uncertainty, Kodake finally decides to embrace the cafe's mysterious gift. Her decision is no longer motivated by a desire to change the past. Instead, she seeks understanding, closure, and the chance to express feelings that have remained hidden beneath years of quiet sacrifice. The chapter reinforces one of the novel's central messages: while people cannot rewrite history, they can transform their relationship with it. By choosing to face the past with honesty instead of regret, Kodake takes the first step toward a deeper form of healing. As Chapter 9 ends, the stage is set for one of the most emotional conversations in the novel, promising revelations that will deepen both Kodake's understanding of Fusagi and the reader's appreciation of the enduring